If you would spend 1 hour a day, every day, on one subject for 5 years, you could become an expert on that subject. And when I started that process, I was kind of like doing countdown, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. Something happened to me about halfway through that 5-year process. Instead of keeping asking myself, how long will it take? How long will it take? How long will it take? I started asking the question, how far can I go? And everything changed that day. I changed from a goal mindset to a growth mindset. Growth allows you to continue to expand yourself and your world until there's just so much more that you know and so much more that you want to share.
Is your life precious to you? All of you, I'm asking. Your life, is it precious to you? So before you invest this life into something, you must look whether today if I invest my life into this, after 25 years, will it still mean a lot to me? Doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter, people say so many things. Everybody has an opinion, it's their business. So this is all you have to look at it. Something will get you money, something will get you comfort, that's not the point. Are you just trying to make a living or are you trying to make a life out of this? It's important. So making a living with such a big brain is not an issue. Only problem is you want to live like somebody else, that's an endless problem. Don't bother yourself too much about is this right, is this wrong. It is just that when you do something, is this bringing well-being to me and everybody around me? That's all your concern is. It is right, it is wrong, who is to decide? If it's bringing well-being to everybody, it is the right thing, isn't it? Nobody can decide what is right and what is wrong, because for 1,000 years they've debated the same things and nobody has come to a conclusion as to what is right and wrong. Just be a little more human. Just make sure when you do something, it's good for you and good for everybody around you, that's all.
I want to share with you guys this quote from Bruce Lee that I personally find very eye-opening. You will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is sitting back and observing everything with logic. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe and allow things to pass. How many times have you allowed other people's words and opinions affect the way you feel? My answer would be many, many times. And I'm sure I'm not alone in this, which is why I think it's important for us to know that if we do have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to us, we will always, always suffer.
Do not worry about your future. If you do your present well, future will naturally blossom. We can only work with what's on our hands right now. You cannot work with what's on your mind. You can plan for what's on your mind, but you cannot do anything about it. You can only act in the present moment. You can only handle what is there right now. Rest is only on our mind. Our mind is a tremendous gift where it remembers vividly every experience and every information that comes our way. Well, this can be transformed into a phenomenal imagination.
Hanggat buhay ka, may pinagagawa pa ang Diyos sa'yo. Hindi pa tapos si Lord sa'yo. Pag isip mo tapos sa si Lord, tatapusin ka niya. Nagkakaintindihan? As long as you are breathing, as long as you are alive, God has still a purpose for you and still wants to accomplish you something. But listen to this. Don't focus on your weakness. Focus on God's strength. Are you following? If you focus on your weakness, in your physical ailment, in your physical weaknesses, you will not accomplish anything. Kasi in-nurse mo na lang yung sakit. Ang sakit, hindi na ako makalakad, iho. Why don't you focus on God's strength? Lord, kahit makatungkod ako, paglilingkuran kita.
If you have a big goal in life, if there's something big that you want to achieve, then there's a decision that you're going to have to make right away. What are you willing to give or give up to have what you want?
Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers, your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times. You can't Google that. There's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain.
Kung bakit alam mo yung matamis, kasi nakatikim ka na ng maalat. Kung bakit alam mo yung masarap, kasi nakatikim ka na ng hindi masarap. Kung bakit alam mo yung lungkot, kasi naramdaman mo na yung masaya. So dapat mong namnamin kung nahihirapan ka ngayon para mas ma-appreciate mo pag successful ka na. Ooh, yes!
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
It's really good to be idealistic, but be prepared to be misunderstood. Anyone working on a big vision is gonna get called crazy, even if you end up right. Anyone taking on a complex problem is going to get blamed for not fully understanding it, even though it's impossible to know everything up front. Anyone taking initiative will always get criticized for moving too fast because there's always someone who wants to slow you down.
The first million is hard, but the second million is inevitable. It's not becoming a millionaire that's important, it's the person that you must become in order to become a millionaire. Yeah. You have to become a completely different person. You have to develop character beyond 99% of the people in the world. You have to develop honesty and discipline and quality relationships and the willingness and the ability to work and set priorities and all kinds of stuff. Because without that, nothing is possible. So once you earn your first million, then you are the person who can earn a lot of money, and the second million is not, it's never easy, but it's easier. The first million is really hard, the second million, not so much.
Surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. 2, slowly is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. And 3, the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next, so keep climbing.
To have more, you simply have to become more. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Start working on yourself, making these personal changes, and he said it'll all change for you.
There's a process which has made more people rich than any other single process of goal achieving. And it's to take your major goal and structure it as a question. If your goal is to earn $100,000 a year, then you write, how can I earn $100,000 in the next 12 months? That's an open-ended question, not how can I earn it at my job or doing a specific thing, just an open-ended question, how can I earn the amount of money? And then you discipline yourself to write 20 answers to the question. And the 20 answers are all the different things that you could think of to earn $100,000. Work longer, work harder, upgrade my skills, get a new job, take a part-time opportunity. Whatever it happens to be, write down everything you could think of, but force yourself to write at least 20 questions or 20 answers to the question. The 20-question method, called mindstorming, forces you to dig deep into your mind where you will find all your answers.
People used to think I was a monster. And for a long time, I believed them. But after a while, you learn to ignore the names that people call you and you just trust who you are.